Hello, incoming DA class. We want to welcome you to our program. My name is Renee Lawson. I'm one of your instructors for the program, and I want to take a moment just to make this video to show you guys how to access the homeroom that you'll be needing to utilize throughout the program, especially at the beginning of the program. You guys all have access to the homeroom now, so after you watch this video, you can go ahead and go into the homeroom, take a look around, and get started on a few things. So if you have taken an online class at PCC or another college before, you may have used what we call Desire to Learn or D2L, which is our online learning platform. Our homeroom is located on D2L. The easiest way, there's multiple ways you can get to D2L, but the way that I usually go is I just type into my browser online.pcc.edu. So you go there and then it'll have you log into my PCC, and then that will bring you directly to the homepage for D2L. Now, if you have utilized D2L before, this probably looks sort of familiar. Because I'm an instructor, I have a lot of different tabs here. You'll usually see tabs for the different terms that you're taking courses in. So like here's our fall term tab. So I've got all my courses there. I've got my summer term course tab. What you will want to do is you should have this tab that says ongoing. So in that ongoing tab, that's where you should see this logo, and this is the homeroom full-time 2023. So that's your homeroom there. And that is in the ongoing tab because you guys will have access to it throughout the whole year. It's not just a one-term thing. So you can go ahead and click on the homeroom. And now we are at the home page for the homeroom. Now you'll see here, I'll walk you through this first page first. We've got some different contacts here. So this is our director, our admin assistant, receptionist, and then your 4 instructors are listed here. Then we have an announcement section. So this is a little welcome message that you should read through. We will, as instructors, post things in the announcement section of the homerooms from time to time. Things that we post in here are things that relate to the program as a whole, not specific classes. So anything that relates to the program as a whole, certifications, different things like that, those will be posted here. There is a way to sign up on D2L so that when announcements are posted, you'll get an email as well. So you don't have to constantly be checking the homeroom for things. You can sign up to get an email, and you do that by just going to your account in order to do that. I am going to go ahead, before we move any further, I'm going to switch to student view just so that I make sure that you see this exactly how you would as a student as opposed to my instructor view. There is also a spot here on the main page, and it says ask questions. So we have what's called a Q&A forum. If I go ahead and click on that link, it's going to take me to the discussions page. And there's 2 things here. There's an introduce yourself module. You guys can all go in and please take time to create a post and introduce yourself and answer these questions. And then there's also a Q&A. So when we go into the Q&A, it says here that this discussion board is for posting general questions you have about the dental assisting program. If you have a course-specific question, make sure and ask the instructor for that course or utilize the D2L page for that course, not the homeroom. Questions for the Q&A section can be posted anonymously, or you can just use your name. Either is fine. Your instructors, we usually check these and we can help answer questions this way. And your fellow classmates can also answer questions. I know in the past, some students have asked about, does anybody want to carpool? So those are things that you could put in here and see if your fellow classmates are interested in that, or things like study groups. So you can post questions in here. Please note that you guys are going to be coming for your orientation on Wednesday. We are going to answer so many questions during that orientation. So please don't fill up this Q&A with tons of questions just yet. Wait until the orientation and you've had a chance to ask those questions during the orientation. But I just wanted to point out that this is a spot where you can ask questions. The next thing I'm going to do is go to this content area here. When I click on content, you'll see that there are what we call different modules listed on the left side here. We have online student resources. These are different things to know if you're taking online courses. Getting started in the dental assistant program, that's probably where you want to start. So this lists a bunch of different things you are going to need to interact with. And again, some of this stuff is going to be gone over at the orientation, but feel free to browse this right now. The program manual, you will want to take a look at the program manual. You are required to read through the entire program manual. You need to know what you are getting into and be aware of all of our policies and everything that goes on. So take a look at this whole manual at some point. Then we have program certification and costs. That's a breakdown of the approximate costs for the program. And then these next pieces here are some things that you will need to complete. So they are set up online as quizzes or assignments, and you will just need to come in and do them when you are able. These are required agreements. You'll need to come in and take a look at each of these 8 agreements and agree to them. You'll be registering for the American Dental Assistants Association. You'll need to upload proof of immunization. You'll need to upload your CPR certification. You'll need to upload a statement of understanding for your criminal background check. And then there's also a video here about types of classes and the time commitment that is needed for each of those classes. So I highly recommend taking a look at that. Then there is a module called Required Program Materials. In here, we have a list of all the textbooks that you will need. The bookstore is not currently taking orders for fall term. Once they release the date for that, we will let you know. Similar situation for your student issue. You'll be buying some equipment and supplies from the bookstore. They're not available until end of August or early September, so we will let you know when those are available to purchase. Dentalcare.com is a website you'll be registering for and taking some courses online, and you can register for that now. And then here's a link to the American Dental Assistants Association. This website, this is My Evolve by Elsevier. This is the publisher for your main textbook, and this is like an accompanying website that has lots of good quizzes and information you might find helpful. And Quizlet is another good study tool we recommend. There is a tab for scholarship information here, and then there's a couple miscellaneous forms that you don't need to interact with just yet, but they are there. We will also be adding some more modules. We'll be adding a fall term module once the orientation has happened. That module is going to have your class schedules for fall term, information on registration, things like that. We're just going to wait until orientation to give you that information, and then it will be posted here on the homeroom as well. So that's a quick overview of how to access the homeroom and how to navigate around. We hope you guys get a chance to take a look at that before the orientation, and we will see you guys on Wednesday.